Alysa Liu ends 24-year U.S. gold drought. Alysa Liu claimed Olympic gold in women's individual figure skating, ending a 24-year wait for a U.S. champion in the event. Her free skate earned a total score of 226.79, finishing ahead of Japan's Kaori Sakamoto and Emi Nokai. The victory followed her earlier gold in the team event and marked the peak of a remarkable comeback. Liu's gold ends decades-long U.S. wait. Alysa Liu won Olympic gold in women's individual figure skating with a total score of 226.79, becoming the first U.S. woman to top the podium in the event since Sarah Hughes in 2002. Japan's Kaori Sakamoto took silver and Emi Nokai earned bronze. Liu also contributed to the U.S. victory in the team event earlier at the Milan Cortina Games. From teenage retirement to Olympic champion. Liu retired at 16 after the Beijing 2022 Games, stepping away from a promising career, but returned to the sport in 2024 with renewed passion. She rapidly reclaimed her position among the elite, winning the 2025 World Championships. In Milan, she delivered a relaxed yet precise performance, saying she values the feeling of performing in connection with the crowd. Heartwarming celebrations with rivals go viral. Liu's embrace with bronze medalist Emi Nokai, lifting the 17-year-old off the ice, became one of the game's most shared moments. She also congratulated silver medalist Kaori Sakamoto, who is retiring after this season. Praise poured in from fans and the Olympics official account, highlighting her as an example of sportsmanship and joy in competition. Eileen Jiu celebrates Liu's success. After Liu posted about her 2 gold medals from the Milan Cortina Games, freestyle skiing star Eileen Jiu responded with an enthusiastic yes. Fans reacted with excitement, sharing messages of support for both athletes. Jiu, a 4-time Olympic medalist, also earned 2 silver medals at the 2026 Games. A joyful encore at the exhibition gala. 2 days after her gold medal win, Liu performed at the Olympic exhibition gala in Milan, skating to Stateside by Pink Panthers and Zara Larsson. Without competitive pressure, she delivered a joyful routine that drew praise from the Olympics social media. She will soon resume training to defend her world title in Prague next month.
On a cold February night in Milan, inside the glittering arena of the 2026 Winter Olympics, thousands of spectators held their breath. The ice glowed under the lights, and at the center of it stood a 20-year-old American figure skater, wearing a shimmering gold dress. Moments later, the music began. That night, Alysa Liu did more than perform a flawless routine. She made history. With elegance, power, and fearless determination, Liu skated her way to the women's figure skating gold medal at the 2026 Winter Olympics, ending a 24-year Olympic gold drought for the United States in women's singles figure skating. The last American woman to win Olympic gold in the event was Sarah Hughes in 2002. For more than 2 decades, the United States had waited for another champion. That wait ended the moment Alysa Liu landed her final jump and heard the crowd erupt into applause. But the story behind that moment is far deeper than a single Olympic performance. It is a story about talent, struggle, self-discovery, and one of the most remarkable comebacks in modern sports. A child prodigy on ice. Alysa Liu was born on August 8, 2005, in Clovis, California, and grew up in Oakland. From a young age, it was clear she was not an ordinary athlete. She first stepped onto the ice when she was just 5 years old. By the time she was a teenager, she had already become a sensation in the figure skating world. At 13 years old, Liu became the youngest U.S. women's national champion in history, a record that stunned the skating community. Her style was bold and fearless. While many skaters focused on elegance and artistry, Liu combined that beauty with powerful jumps and daring technical skills. She quickly gained a reputation as a rising superstar. Fans and commentators believed they were watching the birth of the next Olympic champion. But life and sports rarely follow a simple script. The unexpected goodbye. After competing in the 2022 Beijing Winter Olympics, Liu shocked the skating world. Instead of continuing her career at its peak, she stepped away from competitive skating. She was still a teenager. The reason was simple but powerful: burnout. After years of intense training and pressure, Liu needed space to rediscover who she was beyond the ice. During this break, she traveled, studied psychology, and focused on living a normal life for the first time in years. Many believed her competitive career was over. Young stars often fade quickly in figure skating, and comebacks are rare. But Alysa Liu's story was far from finished. The comeback nobody expected. In 2024, Liu quietly returned to training. There were no huge announcements or dramatic press conferences, just the steady sound of blades cutting across the ice again. This time, however, something had changed. She wasn't skating to prove anything to the world. She was skating because she loved it. That mindset made all the difference. In 2025, Liu stunned the skating world again by winning the World Figure Skating Championships, becoming the first American woman to win the world title since 2006. Suddenly, the Olympic dream was alive again. The night that changed everything. The stage was set at the Milano Cortina 2026 Winter Olympics. The women's final featured some of the world's greatest skaters, including Japan's Kaori Sakamoto, a three-time world champion. Liu knew the competition would be intense. When her turn arrived, the arena fell silent. Her program was set to Donna Summer's MacArthur Park. As the music filled the arena, Liu began her routine. Jump after jump landed perfectly. Spin after spin dazzled the judges. Her free skate included 7 triple jumps, performed with remarkable precision and control. When the performance ended, the audience rose to their feet in a standing ovation. Moments later, the scoreboard revealed the result. 226.79 points. Gold medal. Liu had defeated Japan's Kaori Sakamoto, silver, and Amy Nokai, bronze, to claim the Olympic title. And just like that, history was made, ending a 24-year wait. For American figure skating fans, Liu's victory meant more than a medal. It ended a 24-year wait for Olympic gold in women's figure skating, a drought that had lasted since Sarah Hughes' triumph in Salt Lake City in 2002. The moment she stepped onto the podium with the American flag behind her, the significance became clear. She had revived a legacy, and she had inspired a new generation of skaters. A champion twice over. Liu's Olympic success didn't stop there. Earlier in the Games, she had already helped Team USA win gold in the figure skating team event, making her a 2-time Olympic gold medalist at just 20 years old. This achievement placed her among the most successful figure skaters of her generation. But what made Liu special wasn't just her medals. It was the joy she brought back to the sport. The celebration back home. When Liu returned to her hometown of Oakland, California, thousands gathered to celebrate her historic achievement. A huge rally was held in the city plaza, featuring musicians, community leaders, and fellow athletes. She was even presented with the key to the city, a symbolic honor recognizing her extraordinary accomplishment. For Liu, it was an emotional moment. Oakland had been the place where she first learned to skate. Now it was celebrating her as an Olympic hero, a symbol of perseverance. What makes Alysa Liu's story so powerful is not just her victory. It is the journey. She went from a teenage prodigy to an athlete overwhelmed by pressure, to someone who walked away from the sport, and finally to an Olympic champion who returned stronger than ever. Her story reminds the world that success is not always a straight line. Sometimes stepping away is the first step toward becoming greater than before. Inspiring the next generation, Liu's victory has already begun to reshape the future of American figure skating. Young skaters now see a new path. They see someone who proved that mental health matters. Taking breaks is okay. Passion is more important than pressure. By returning to skating on her own terms, Liu showed that greatness comes from authenticity. She didn't skate to meet expectations. She skated because she loved it. More than an Olympic champion. Today, Alysa Liu is more than a gold medalist. She is a symbol of courage, resilience, and freedom. She showed the world that even in one of the most demanding sports on ice, athletes are still human beings. And sometimes, the bravest thing an athlete can do is step away, before coming back stronger than ever. A golden legacy. As the Olympic arena in Milan echoed with cheers and the American flag rose above the podium, Alysa Liu stood quietly with a gold medal around her neck. It was a moment that represented years of struggle, growth, and rediscovery. But it also represented something bigger. It was the moment when a young woman from California ended a 24-year wait and reminded the world why we love sports. Because sometimes, the greatest victories are not just about winning. They are about finding your way back. And on that unforgettable night in Milan, Alysa Liu did exactly that.